Good day, guys. Today I want to tell you guys about just a few mods on this bike that is actually going to save you quite a lot when you're using this bike or the Honda XR, uh, for a little bit more than just commuting. Um, but also it will also save you big time when you're using it for commuting inside of town and also around. So uh, yeah, it's a very cloudy day today. Can't really tell when it's whether it's morning or afternoon. So yeah, um, but yeah, let's get things going. So the mods I would like to talk about are the things that can help your bike to survive a crash or a fall. It's basically not going to be specifically for a Honda XR 150L. It's going to be basically for any bike. If you would like to protect it. Yeah. So the first thing I would like to talk about is handguards. Been in an accident a little while ago, where somebody just decided to turn right in front of me. And after that accident, because of the line of work that I'm doing, I haven't had time to fix everything up. So that's why I feel that this is the a very this is the ideal moment to make a video on these things. As you guys can see, the hand guards has been really banged up properly, like really banged up. Yeah, but it actually protected my lever from getting broken and also snapped off. If you can, if it's possible, get uh, some really branded handguards, because these I found don't really work all that well, um, because because of the vibrations, it keeps on going loose, right over there and right there, and basically on this side as well, to all the points where it's mounted to the bike, but also right over there. And what it basically does is, as soon as it gets loose, it just flops down, and that's really irritating if you don't have the tools with you to fix it. The second thing I would like to talk about is maybe get some double take mirrors or something, because this is an old mirror that used to be, I think, on the bike, that got broken, but the one that I got into an accident with doesn't even have the glass anymore, because they stand out too far, and as soon as the bike, I think, hit the ground, it were all got broken. Yeah, as you guys can see, this one has a lot of cracks because of a crash which I think this bike has been in previously. So yes, but I think double take mirrors on this bike would be a blast, because as soon as you hit the ground, this thing would just fold in. Your mirrors would just fold in, and it won't break on the ground. The third thing I think is really overlooked is your luggage racks, because these guys, your luggage racks and also your crash bars, because I think these have been overlooked, or actually are something that is overlooked in so many ways. As you guys can see, because of the crash, this would have been all damaged, or damage to the bike, but fortunately enough, the pannier racks actually absorbed most of the impact, and unfortunately indicator also got some damage to it, but that's just proof that these indicators, these Honda stock indicators, are really good, um, and they don't really break that easily because the bike was literally on its side. As you guys can see, there's lots and lots of damage to it. Just trying to get it to focus, but for some reason it doesn't want to focus. Don't know why, but yeah, um yeah, it didn't break at all. I think it just like fall away out of the way. So yeah, having Pennyrex on your bike is a lifesaver. It's not only it doesn't only help for carrying your luggage, but it surely does help when you get into a crash. Since we're still at the back, um, my toe box is literally fitted with cable ties, and at some point I also wanted to mount it directly with some nuts and bolts onto the onto the luggage rack there at the back. But I'm actually glad that I didn't, because these, in the event of a crash, you don't break your toe box, and neither does your base plate sustain some damage, because the only thing that happens as soon as this thing hits the ground, those will just snap off, um, and they will just free up the top box so that it doesn't get any damage. So I feel that that's a neat thing to do, and that's why I don't actually. I know it doesn't look all that nice because as soon as you stand next to it, you can see the cable tie over there, and as soon as you look at it from the back, you can't actually really see it if you don't look for it. But there's two cable ties as well. Uh, some reason they felt that they should fly planes here today. And so the fifth thing I would like to talk about is handlebar risers. These are also really, this can also, I feel like, can save your bike. Um, if you really have, if actually save you in the event of a crash, because uh, when this bike has its stock bars on it, what only thing it can do is it can pivot. It can only rotate front and back. That's the only thing it can do. But you're still left with the handlebars still being a little bit backwards. And which happens is, like the first time when I took the handlebars off and I was riding, I actually was falling and I didn't had this space free. So what happened was the handlebars actually clinged onto me when I fell. But with the accident, having these handlebars that can pivot forward and backwards, which I feel is actually a lifesaver, because I actually when fit when I started riding this bike, I've actually moved the handlebars forward, and the handlebars the or actually the handlebar rises, I move forward, and the handlebars are actually moved in a more upward position so that it can come out of the way. And then in my second crash, that actually didn't happen. The handlebars was actually away. It actually freed up all of this space over here, and which actually helped me with getting off the bike. Or when I crashed, I wasn't on the bike. I actually fell off the bike, which were actually a lifesaver. But having handlebar risers is actually a lifesaver, because you can actually move them. They move the handlebars up, but you can also pivot them forward. Actually move them forward, so that you can free up some of this space over here, and it actually makes for a lot more comfortable ride when standing or so. But as you guys will see, is most of the mods done to this bike would have nothing actually to do with uh, my crash. But there's another thing that I feel that has been a lifesaver. Um, what in actually when I crashed, I'll show you guys quick. So yeah, that's it for all the mods done to this bike. Yeah, it started raining now again, or very likely. Um, But yes, I feel that most of the mods, some of the mods done to this bike, has been really been a very big role player in helping protecting the bike um, beyond the purpose that they have uh, been put onto the bike, for all of those reasons. But hopefully soon, I'm going to put in some. I'm going to put on some other stuff as well. I'm planning on getting some other, some better handguards than the ones that I have on. I'll also think about getting another handlebar, if that's something that is something that will work and something that will actually be a little bit better on this bike. Maybe some handlebars that's a little bit wider than the stock handlebars. So yes, and I'm also thinking about getting some double take uh, mirrors and also another hand grips as well, just to almost want to say just to give the bike a little bit of a better feel and a different feel as well. Um, so yeah, but that's it from me, guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys understand now why it's so important to have uh, some of these things on your bike. Um, as I said, that some of them weren't even there for basically for protecting the bike, like the luggage racks. They're just there to carry the luggage to make it easier to fit luggage to this bike. Um, but during the crash, it also helped the bike from sustaining a lot more damage than it should have. So, but yeah, that's all from me, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We actually in a spot that I used to come to quite a lot um, in the past, but nowadays I don't actually see this that much anymore. But it's a nice, quiet place. Um, yeah, it's actually nice and lots of trees. So during the summer when it's hot, very hot, it's actually nice and cool out here. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Yes, don't forget to do those things down below, and hopefully I'll get to do a little bit more or a lot more videos now. But we'll have to see. Have to see how I can work around my schedule to get to do a little bit more videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys.